Hi guys, it's just me and Mark today to talk to you on day one of lockdown.
Day one, no, day one
wonder-
of second lockdown. Not lockdown.
oh
But
yeah,
second
sorry,
lockdown.
day one of second lockdown. Um, Happy days. I do have my wine with me tonight. That is going to be present.
And
But
I'm being good. I'm making coffee.
yeah, he's on his coffee. I'm on my wine. We're dealing with lockdown in very different ways. I'm going to have some noise disturbance because I've got a wonderful view outside with like Morrison's, but also plenty of fireworks. So if you hear the fireworks, I'm sure you'll have the same noise disturbances at your own homes as well. But today we wanted to sort of talk to you about something that wanted to talk to you about a little thing that we're doing throughout November in the run up to Christmas and also throughout lockdown. How many days of lockdown? How many days?
What's that? 365,478,000 of 320. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Tony.
Oh, and Nigel, I'm talking about the lockdown in a positive way. So if you do want to go, that is okay. But I am going to be talking about it in a positive way and announcing something really positive about it as well. So before I understand if you want to go, but trust me, it's going to be a positive thing. I've started it really negatively, but it is going to be a positive. I'm running this live on YouTube, the Facebook page, and the Facebook group. So if you're watching from the Facebook group, if you don't sort of give StreamYard the permission, I might not be able to see your name, but I can see everyone's name on the Facebook page. And if you give StreamYard permission on the Facebook group, I'll say hello to Dot and Susan and Dan and Tony and Nigel. But yeah, so today we're going to announce that throughout lockdown, I know there's going to be families across the country that are going to be really, really, really struggling. And it's something I've been discussing. Oh, hiya, Wayne. It's Wayne from Spirits Within. Everyone's really struggling at the moment, and I think it's something that needs to be, as much as we can, help towards. So I've got a link here if anybody wants to donate to essentially if anybody wants to donate to food banks across the UK for people who are in lockdown and who are struggling. I think it's a really positive thing. I was going to do it so we could do a physical donation as well locally, but unfortunately with this lockdown we can't do that. But I still want to make this a thing and really promote Zelda. She's watching the fireworks. Yeah. But yeah, I want to make this a really positive thing and I want to bring some good out of this lockdown. So if you can spare anything to give some money towards the food banks across the UK, I'm going to be donating, and I hope other people can too. I've got a link to our Just Giving page, and it is us to everyone in the UK who's struggling at the moment. I wish I had more to add to it, but I'm gonna on all of our lives be promoting this, and hopefully I've set a target of £500. Hi Mick. I've set a target of £500, and I really hope we can make that, because it'll just be a really positive thing throughout a really negative time, because a lot of families are going to be struggling, and a lot of people might not be able to get the food that they need, and donations are probably struggling at the minute as well. I mean, people have a lot of things going on in their lives at the minute, and donations to food banks probably isn't the first thing that's on everyone's mind. So I really hope that we can get some donations going, and I'll donate myself to this as well. So if you can, the link's there. It should also be on this live. Please tell me if it's not, because it should be.
It has appeared on the live, so
it is.
Yeah, it's appeared on.
Yeah, so the link's there. I'll also pin it to the top of our Facebook page. So after this live, I will pin the donations link to the top of the Facebook page. If you want to share that, please share it around, just for anyone to see. Anybody who can spare is even just a little bit of money just to go to the food banks. It'll be absolutely fantastic. And thanks for checking, Dot. But yeah. Oh, Lou's pinned it. Yeah. I love Lou. She's always looking out for me. Yeah. No, I genuinely, I think it's a really good thing. I mean,
no, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I've had a few like people in the past who, like friends of mine, who've had to use these food banks, and it's difficult to actually watch them struggling to make a meal. And I think, to be fair, I think this is just, I think this is just a way for, like, us as a, because to be fair, we are technically we're a community as well. We're not just sort of like, we're not just Paranormal Newcastle. We've got paranormal groups all over the place, and to be fair, if they want to get involved, give us a shout, give us a message, just to base it, to get the message out there, to basically say, like, we're not alone. We're all together in this, and it's just a good way of basically just giving back to the community that we've done, that have basically supported us through everything, really. I think that's the way we're kind of looking at it. And there's Suki.
I know he's crashed the live already, haven't you? Oh yeah, no. I just think it's anybody who wants to get involved, anybody who does donate, let me know, or any group, any paranormal group, if you want to get involved, let us know. We'll put a little, because on this Just Giving page we can post updates and we can post who's involved, which groups are supporting it, and I think it'd be really great for everyone to use their platforms as well throughout this lockdown to help as a country for people who are struggling. Just be really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, I was talking to Kayleigh just before we went live, but literally, Newcastle United fans did it just recently, where basically the Premier League wanted them to pay $14.95 to watch a live match, and everyone who donated to a food bank and actually made over £19,000. And I think that is absolutely incredible, especially for food banks, especially in this day and age, because I hate to say it, but we're stuck in it. We're stuck in an area of food banks right now, and I never thought I'd see them again. Like after all those years, I never thought I'd see them again, and it's just we just need to. I think it's a great idea what we've done. I think it's thing. I mean, it was me and Kayleigh have been speaking for a few weeks now about what we can do. We've been speaking to the other admins. We want to try and give like a charity donation out, and want to try and do this. And I think, to be fair, I think this is like the start of like a few that we're going to be doing over the next over the next year and that. So we're just sort of like trying to do the right thing basically, and give back to those people who are more needy. And I think it's a great thing that we can do.
Yeah, no, and I think as a platform, and as someone, and this goes out to everyone who is in the paranormal community as well, as platforms, we can do so much, and we can get things, and it would just be really great if we can actually get some donations, get something going for something in our country. And there's Wayne as well. His door's always open for anyone who needs the support for food and a shower, any kind of support. I just think as what we're all going through at the minute as a country, it means a lot that we can all use our platforms as well as individually sharing everything out there, just to get as much as we can for people who do need it, especially in the run up to Christmas, because food banks are things that need donations in the run up to Christmas anyway. Usually that's a big time where food banks really do need the donations, and people across the country are in need, especially with the cold weather and everything. And at the minute we're going through a pandemic in the run up to Christmas. I don't know whether that's something Britain's food banks have ever had to deal with before, and I really hope we can make some help. Brilliant, Dot. That's amazing. Yeah, anybody, if you can, share it. And I will put a big post up on the page afterwards. So not only will there be this live stream, but there will be a post just for donations to help. Just even if you can give the littlest bit, it would just make the world of good to somebody. I mean, I'm going to put a donation on after this live. And I think just as if we can all just do the littlest thing, make a huge difference. Yeah. But as much as I wish we had more, positive things to be saying about what we're doing, we'll be doing some positive things for charity throughout the next month. So we will be doing these donations and promoting this live and this donations to the food banks across the UK. And it's the Trussell's Trust that we're donating this to. But we will be promoting that on all of our little sort of chat lives. Throughout this next month and the run up to Christmas. I don't think we're going to get out overly much, but I've got a few things stored up for some posts and a cat that likes to.
Glad you got them. I haven't even thought of anything to post up yet.
I've got some posts. I've got some stored. I went to Bamburgh Castle the other day just before we got in a lockdown, so that was nice. It was actually really nice to get to Bamburgh, to be honest.
I was pretty jealous about that because when I saw the photographs, I was like, I want to be there. But unfortunately, I couldn't.
They were good photographs. I feel like I'm pretty good at my photography.
Yeah, but you didn't catch anything this time. That's not good enough.
I know. The Priory, I thought the most amazing thing. But Bamburgh, no. I mean, I think there's a lot of work was done to Bamburgh. So, well, I say recently, like not overly recently, but there was a lot of work done after. I think it was 1901, but I can't recall. But a lot of what stands today, there's not too much of it that was originally there. There was a lot of damage during the War of the Roses as well. I know, where were the monks? I wish. Do you mind? You little fame hungry cat, aren't you? Thanks. Great help.
Yeah. While we're busy doing that, I'm just being taught not to be a Scrooge. Get it?
Who's telling you not to be a Scrooge?
Oh no, it was one of my friends posted up this morning saying, "Is it wrong to play Christmas songs?" And I went, "Yep." And I was saying, "I'm a Scrooge," because it is just wrong.
I am too. I think somebody I know. Somebody I know put that tree up today.
Oh, that's all right. I've got the annual one from the 1st of November. One of my friends puts a Christmas tree up every 1st of November.
Have any of you got your Christmas trees up? I'm not one for. I don't think I ever do a Christmas tree, but that's really bad. I mean, he's saying I don't even put a Christmas tree up.
Nor do I.
What are you? Are you a Christmas cat? No.
Yeah, but the problem is you've got two cats and Christmas trees don't go. So you've got an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. He's the reason I don't do Christmas trees. That is definitely the reason. Don't be looking at me like that.
Dot says her daughter's up already.
Dot says daughter's got a tree up. Dan's absolutely not. Look at him.
To be fair, though, I mean, people have their own different ways when they put their Christmas trees up. I mean, like I think in this time of year, I think a lot of people want to bring joy to themselves because obviously it's just been a hell of a year. I mean, it's been an absolute crazy.
It's been a hell of a year.
So, it's been a crazy 9 months.
Sorry, a year ago today, I was staying in a hotel in Manchester. The next day, about to jet out to Milan. And in Milan, me and my mum stood on the lucky stone. Now, there's a stone in like the shopping centre in Milan, and if you stand on it, it's supposed to bring luck. After I stood on that stone, there was a pandemic.
Yeah, but you can't blame that. You can't blame that. I mean, it's I could quite easily say, yeah, it's your fault. It's your fault for it, but no. I think, to be fair, I think it's just like, nobody expected what happened. Nobody's expecting them, and
I blame
at
the
the end of the day.
stone.
At the end of the day, you've got to think, in this day and age, we should be able to sort of get through all this. And to be fair, I think as a country and as a world, I think we've done remarkable. Nobody in their right mind would ever say, you couldn't just sit here and just say, yeah, well, no, it's not Kay's fault, Darth. I want to blame
my fault. I stood on the lucky stone.
But it is just like, I mean, as a country and as a world, I think we've kind of grown to be used to it. But it's kind of like now we've just got to move on, keep going forward, keep remaining positive, basically. And I think to be fair, having that positivity now is key to basically just battling away and getting through this, and we will get back to a normality eventually. I mean, it could take 6 months, it could take 2-3 years, but we're strong. We're really strong people, and we can get through it all.
My grandma has told me that I need to get the Christmas tree up this year. Good luck with the fundraising as well. We've already, by the way, I've just checked, we've already raised £10.
Sweet.
So thank you. We have already had a £10 donation. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, as much as I would like to say I would get the Christmas tree up, it's not going to happen.
You actually want to see my Christmas tree. It's my Christmas tree is probably one of the worst Christmas trees in the world, and I can't believe I actually agreed to buy it from my sister, because literally it is individual branches. So you put the base up, and then it's individual branch, all the way around the bottom, then all the way around the middle, then all the way around the middle, all the way around the middle. And it takes about 3 hours to put this Christmas tree up. So that's why I don't really put it up.
You know what would happen? I would end up putting a Christmas tree up, and it would fall down. Do you want to know the biggest effort? And this is really sad. We did Christmas at mine a couple of years ago, right? And the biggest effort I've ever done with a Christmas tree was I went to Aldi, picked up a really small, real Christmas tree, went to the pub, my dad's pub, and was like, have you got any spare Christmas lights? Took those Christmas lights, wrapped them around the tree, and that was it. But I mean, we put all the presents around that tree, so there was a tree. But I mean, the effort was real. It was real effort. But no, what I mean to say is, I think it's a really positive thing. As much as I am a Scrooge with things like that, I think it's a really positive thing for everyone to be keeping their hopes up, and it does, doesn't it? Keeping their hopes up and just doing anything that's going to make them happy. I mean, you know what's really making me happy tonight is I'm looking out this window and there's thousands of fireworks going off, and I know it's not ideal for people who have animals. I mean, mine seem to be loving it, but people who have animals, it's not ideal. But it's really making me happy that everyone's still sort of doing things and sitting, even if they can only go in the gardens with their own household, they're still setting off their fireworks, and that's a really happy thing. Not many things are really joyful at the minute, and this is making me really happy. It's nice.
See, the problem is where I live. I live in the back of a cul-de-sac, and literally, I can't see any, and it's it's quite depressing. I can't even just look over the valley and just see them. So I need to go to the end of the street. I know. I just need to go to the end of the street and just see. Suki's like, "Why are we lifting the laptop up, man? Why are you lifting the laptop
like,
up?"
Oh, here's me. I'm on camera again.
But
like little.
I'm just reading Dot's comment there. Me and the hubby get dressed up as elves every year for my sister's Xmas Eve party. Kids love it.
That's good. Dress themselves. I mean, I do sometimes do Christmas pajamas. That's about it.
I think I've just become a
camera for him.
The weird thing is, you'll probably actually sit there as well and just go, meow.
I don't know. Honestly, like, he loves the camera. He doesn't bother me at any point, but then he sees the camera, he's like, hello.
But I was on the phone to Kayleigh before we started, and as soon as I switched the StreamYard on, it was like he was there. It's like, hi, I'm here.
I know.
Did you miss me?
Probably in that. There are two. The other one's just here, but she's not on camera. She's in reaching distance, but not on camera. Oh,
I bet Louise does Christmas now.
I think she loves Christmas, Louise. She'll have a lush time. You know what? It depends whether we're in lockdown or not. But if I'm not working at the pub on the night time, because I don't know whether the pubs will be open or not, depending on government guidelines, I might see if I can drive to her on the night time. That'd be nice.
So it would be good.
If I can, I might go see Louise on Christmas.
That would be good.
Got to see my favourite person on Christmas.
I thought I was your favourite person. Oh, that's shocking. Oh, I'm going down in the world now. That's not fair.
Well,
I'm upset. Louise
is like,
I know. I'm going down now. I'm keep going down. She
says, I love Christmas.
Hi, Lou. Wish you on here too.
I know. She's just got a new iPad, so she will be on soon. She'll have a really good camera.
On. She's got a new iPad. She's got to be on tonight. Surely we can fit her in.
Well, if she wants to be on, I will send her a link, but I don't know whether she wants to be on. I will send her the link, but I really don't know whether I think she's working, but I will send her the link if she does want to be on. But
it would be good if she could get on.
I've sent her it. She'll hate me for saying that I'll send her
it. No, she's got to be about to come on though.
No, but I've sent her it, so she does want to get on. She can. But yeah, I think in the coming months, we were hoping to sort of. Yeah, no, she says I'm covered in paintwork, and I knew she's a bit busy at the minute. Louise, in the run up to Christmas, obviously she's got a lot to do. So if you're not seeing much of Louise on the live streams, it's because she's got a lot to do, but she will be there soon. Me and Louise were supposed to be in Edinburgh tonight. We're supposed to be in Edinburgh. Fine. It's fine. No, but in the coming months, I mean, we've got 1 month of lockdown. If I can get out anywhere, I will, but I don't know whether, I mean, would I be allowed to go out and live stream on my own, or is that not allowed?
I'll have to look into that.
If anybody knows, comment, because I don't really understand the guidance. Because I mean, if I am allowed to go out on my own and live stream, I will. But if that's not something that I can do, then obviously we'll not. I know Louise says we were supposed to be at Greyfriars right now. We were supposed to be at Greyfriars right now. How sad is that? You know, a couple of months ago when I come live, really happy, like, guys, we've got so many plans. These were the plans.
Just sod's law, though, innit? I mean, but at the end of the day, it's one of those things. We've just got to get on with it and try and get on
with it.
Yeah, of course we have. I mean, it's thingy, but
we'll be fine.
I do apologise right now because I'm going to make another cup of coffee.
Another cup of coffee.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been chatting for 25 minutes. I think that's enough time for another cup of coffee, surely.
I mean, just to quickly announce, I did set a £500 goal for our donations to the food banks, and we've already got £10. So I know not much, but we're getting there. So it's really nice to see that people are already donating, and I will put the link up later. So if you do want to donate, follow the link to I think it's on this post, and I'll put another post up soon. But if you want to donate to the food bank, Mark.
Sorry.
If you want to donate to the food banks across the UK, please, even if it's just £1, even if it's a little bit, just think about how far it would go for people across the UK. It's going to be really good. Even if we can only give them a little bit as a community, I can't wait to see what we can give, and it would be really good. I'm excited.
No, I think to be honest, I think a lot of the community, I think especially in the paranormal community, there's a lot of people. You know, I mean, there's a lot of groups that we've got out here, and there's a lot of, you know, people who, you know, who are willing to give. And I think that's the key about it is when you're willing to give, it's half the battle.
Yeah.
It is half the battle, and you know it's.
Tony says he can do with a cup of milk.
Well, if you like strong coffee, Tony, you're quite welcome to pop round.
After lockdown.
No, my door's always open, even if it's in lockdown. But you didn't hear that. We didn't hear that. Okay.
Your door is never open.
Well, it is most.
My
most
door's not open. For a month, Mark, your door isn't open.
I know. It's sad, but you know.
Well, I'm still going to be working because I'm classed as a key worker, so I'm still going to be out and about.
You don't work.
But that'll be fine. I don't work.
No, you don't. You just turn up.
Just because. I work for a security company. I do work. Dot says that you can meet outside with one other person. If I can find somewhere that we could meet up, I mean, we could meet up somewhere if I can drive over. We'll have to see about the lockdown.
I mean, to be fair, we probably could meet. I mean, we probably could meet somewhere and do a live. And as long as we're social distance, we could probably do it.
Yeah.
But, because I mean, to be fair, there's a few places that we could do outdoors. So.
Dan says, thought Kayleigh's camera froze for a second when she gave you the glare mark.
Why do you think I was laughing, Dan? I knew what I was going to get.
He's just got the look.
I only get this look. Every 3 times. Only 3 times a year I get this look. 9 times out of 10, it's always for the same thing.
Doing the same thing. Dan says even I backed off and didn't say anything. Stay indoors, kids.
It's a good job she knows this, because I tell you what it is, I'd be getting beaten up later on if she didn't.
I don't like the idea of a lockdown, but we're saving lives and staying indoors. Saving lives, staying indoors.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm actually crying with laughter here.
Yeah, you don't need Boris telling everyone that you need to stay indoors. I'll just get online, right, guys? Stay indoors.
And you just do it with the evil glare. Stay indoors. You do it.
Get that off my mum. I said. So we went out for. Tony says, "Good luck, Mark."
Oh no.
We went out for a walk, me, my mum, my brother, the other day, right? Very great, a walk. And I saw my mum give my brother the glare, and I was like, I learnt that from you. Like, she'd give him the proper look, and I thought, that was the look I feared growing up as a kid. But he's still a kid, so he still gets the look.
But you're still a kid, technically.
Hey, I haven't lived at home for a long time, so I don't get the look anymore.
Well, we'll have to get your mum on. So we need to change that. Like, we need to change that. If I'm getting the look, you're gonna have to get the look. Your mum's gonna have to.
I was on the phone with my grandma earlier, and I was like, "It's a year since me and my mum stood on the lucky stone."
No, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it. It is now your fault. It is now your fault.
Louise goes, "Can't beat the Granny Glare." So, my gran, Louise's mum. Oh, sorry, Louise's mum used to give a glare, but my grandma's just put that my mum learned that look from my grandma.
Well, at least what I used to know stays in the family anyway.
Yeah, our family have passed down that look and that glare.
And now I'm getting 3 times a year off you. That's not fair.
3.
Yeah, I only get off you 3 times a year.
Yeah.
And that's usually every time I see
you.
you.
3 times?
It's usually the 3 times I meet you.
So every time I see you then?
Every time I see you, I get the glare. Because I'm doing something wrong. And it's like, oh, there we go. I'm in the doghouse.
Fireworks everywhere.
Oh, man. My eyes are streaming again.
Oh. Dear. But yeah, I mean, suggestions for things to do. I know we're doing our fundraising, which is fantastic. And I'm hopefully wanting to go out and do some live streams. Hopefully.
We can certainly look into it and see what we can do.
I can't really travel, I don't think. It's just exercise or recreation that you can go out for.
Yeah, but you can travel for your exercise. That's the thing. You can travel for your exercise. It doesn't specifically say where you can exercise. So we could probably do it. We could probably go at it.
I think it's doable. We'll have to have a look into it, but it's doable. We'll look into places. I know as soon as we can book venues, and I know I've been saying this on every live, but as soon as we can book venues, we'll book writing, because Mark's been wanting to get to writing for so long. So we will book writing.
I'm just reading Dan's comment there.
Oh, stop. Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, you've started something now.
Just take my glasses off.
No, that's 10 times worse.
Writing Masonic Hall, Tony. Mark, do you want to talk a bit about the activity you've had there?
Yeah, Writing Masonic Hall is it's literally about 20 minutes walk from me, and it used to be a congregation for all the old Newcastle councillors from years ago. They used to basically meet in this hall, do their general meetings. And I've investigated about 5 or 6 times, and each time I haven't really had much in it, but I have had a few things. And one of the like there's talks of apparitions. There's supposed to be an apparition of an elderly gentleman, that sits on like a chair upstairs in the corridor. If you're in one of the rooms upstairs and there's nobody else upstairs, you can see shadows walking past the doorway. In the Great Hall downstairs, there's supposed to be there's an apparition of a woman being seen, and there's also been an apparition seen in the actual what do you call a congregation room where they sort of all sit? I don't exactly know what it's called, but it's where basically all the councillors would sit.
I'm thinking castles.
Yeah, but it's basically like a congregation room where all the councillors would sit. There's supposed to be an apparition of an elderly Edwardian gentleman in there. One of the things we did get on the last time we visited, we were getting a lot of hits from a guy called Edward. And I actually did a bit of research into this Edward, and apparently there was a counsellor called, I can't remember his surname, but there was a counsellor called Edward. And he was he was really quite active within the council at the time. And he, sadly passed away about 10 years after becoming a councillor. But to be fair, it was just weird how we were getting them hits on the thing of Edward all the time. But no, it's a really good place. It's a small place, so obviously we can't have a lot of public there. So obviously you can probably do 2 groups of about 6, which is, I think, probably be enough to do that, or maybe 2 groups of 5 with obviously 2 obviously investigators. But it's a really good place. I mean, it's quite reasonably priced as well. So we can probably do sort of like a 9 till 2 or a 9 till 3. So it's pretty decent to do that.
Have you interviewed any of the Masons? Tony's asking.
I haven't. No. I do. I would like to actually speak to some of the Masons if I could, because I think it would be very good to get a little bit more history on the place. But the problem is there's not many Masons that are in this area now, because pretty much all the Masons have moved to like over Newcastle, or there's not like many in Wrighton now. But I will try and see if I can find a Mason, because I'm sure there'll be a couple of Masons here that'll know a bit more about the Masonic Hall. So fingers crossed I can do that. And obviously a lot of people will probably know about the Masonic Hall through it's called retro writing, which obviously they do a lot of their retro stuff into there, and it's really quite good. That it's quite actively used, the place. But even the activity happens during the day as well. It's not just during the night. It's like even during the day there's activity in the place. And I think since sort of like they've been doing a lot of work on the place as well, so like modernizing a few things, and all they've been doing is painting it, but it's picked up the activity, and the activity has really got kind of up and around, and it's a really good place to sort of go, and I really do want to go there. But there is other places that me and Kayleigh sort of like want to try and fit in as well. So it's not just about me wanting to go. It's obviously we do want to try and get a few places in as well.
We definitely do want to get a few places in. Although I know it is something that Mark's been asking us for probably a year and a half, maybe. Maybe a year.
It's actually I'll tell you roughly the exact date. It was when we did Victoria Tunnels.
Oh, Suki's in the house. Hello. Just so you all know, we've now got £30 donations to the Trussell's Trust, the food banks. So that's fantastic. We've already got £30. Got £30, Suki. But yeah, no. I'd like to share with you, and I will find out the exact date in a bit. I think it's the 19th, but I could be wrong. We're nearly going to be celebrating our 2-year anniversary as Paranormal Newcastle, which will be really cool. I know it's not that long for like a paranormal group, but we're going to be sharing our 2-year anniversary, and that's really cool for me.
Yeah, big thing. I mean, to be fair, I've been with this a year, but just
maybe. I mean, I think you've been just over a year, because the Victoria Tunnel was one of the first investigations. I can't remember. The first one was the castle, then the tunnel was like a month or so later.
I can't remember. I think it was about July. It was about June or July, wasn't it? We did it.
Well, I was thinking that because I think the first castle was in April. So it was.
I was just a member of the public when I went to the tunnels, and
then you started shouting at a ghost, and I thought, yeah, you've definitely got to be one of our team.
Oh man, that was just that was the worst thing. Is I actually ran towards it, and you just stood there. It's like, well, where are you? Come on, come and help us. Oh, should we talk about that one? Because that was quite funny.
The tunnel was good. It was definitely
That
good.
was.
I mean, it was great. The group of people that we had down there was amazing as well.
I can't even remember. I can't remember many of the people from the group. To be fair,
I can. I mean, they were all amazing. I know. Sorry, there's my other cat coming. Kieran had one group, and I know we split up. So we had one group go one way, one group go the other, and essentially, there was a lot of activity, and there was really loud footsteps with our group. Do you remember that? And it was the very start. So you come into the Victoria Tunnel and you go down the ramp, and to the left there's like a little art display. And we were told when we come in, oh, there's not really much activity down there, so it might not be worth going down there. But we did anyway. And we went down that way, and there was genuinely like footsteps coming up the tunnel, like really loud footsteps, and there was nobody there. And I was shouting, is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? And nobody responded. And the other group, Kieran's group, were at the other end of the tunnel. And I don't really know how to... That was a big thing.
There was the growl as well we had, which was coming out the blocked part of the tunnel. And that was early on.
Yeah.
Because I was standing at the back, and I was like, and I looked behind twice, and I was like, what was that? Because at first I thought, oh, it must be somebody's stomach, and then I heard it for a third time, and I was like, and I basically shouted, is that anybody's stomach? They went, no. Why? I went, because I've just heard a growl. And that
my
was
stomach
like,
does make those sounds, but it wasn't. I don't think I was sat next to you.
You weren't nowhere near us. You were at the other end of the group, because it was you and Louise.
Tyona was next to you.
Yeah, Tyona was next to me, and you and Louise were up the top. But I mean, to be fair, that part of the tunnel is probably one of the quietest parts. We were getting quite a lot of footsteps, and as you sort of go further into the tunnel, you kind of sort of get a few more sort of like, you get like, it's like there's one part of the tunnel where it's really echoey and really loud. And it's literally, you can hear things like 2 tunnels away when they're coming through there. Yeah. So you can hear it quite clearly, but where we were, you wouldn't have heard that. So it was like, it was quite weird how we were hearing the footsteps, but there were nowhere near that. And then as we got further into it, we got to like the very top, and we basically had probably one of the funniest things. We went all the way up to there's like a hatch where Tanner's is, which is obviously like, it used to be one of the entrances to the tunnel when it used to be an air raid shelter. So we all went up there. I mean, it was very, very slippy. We got to the top, and obviously we were doing a general group call out, and then obviously Kayleigh mentioned if anyone's here, if you want to go near that blue light. Right at the time she said that, an ambulance shot past on the thingy, and I just shouted at the top of my voice, "Not that blue light, the other one."
Not that blue light. That was funny.
But it was just perfect timing, and it was, but like everyone just like thought was hilarious. It was one of those ones you had to have been there to get the full thing.
Yeah,
it was really like quite thingy. But then we went down, and then we split up again, and then basically we spent the time at the top where Kieran's group was. Kieran went down to where we were, and we were on the way back from there. And literally, as we were walking back, I mean, I've never seen Tyona jump as much as what she jumped. And I mean, it was literally she lunged me forward, and I was like, what the heck was that? And then she went, did you hear? I went, well, yeah, I heard the footsteps. But then at exactly the same time, Louise and a couple of others were further forward, and they were running back towards Kayleigh. And we were going towards Kayleigh. So poor Kayleigh was stuck in the middle, and it was just like, what the heck is going on? And then all of a sudden we just started seeing this shadow. It was, but to me, and this is what I was saying. What's this? The closed section.
This one's the public section.
Public section, Dan. So literally, we were like, kind of like, what is this shadow? So literally, I started shouting at it. Well, however, if you're going to come towards me, because you've started the front of the group, you've started the back of the group. Come on, get going. So then it basically wouldn't. So I thought, right, I put my stuff down and just ran towards it. Now, where I actually thought it was actually right at the very end of the tunnel, and I thought it was just peeking its head around the corner because it kept moving.
Yeah.
And as I was coming back, I basically said to Kayleigh, and I said to the guys, I says, "Can you see us yet?" And they were like, "No." They couldn't see us, and literally, it was about 20 foot in front of us. And it was like, we didn't realise how close it was to her at the time. But it was just, it actually looked like somebody was just peeking their head around the corner at the end of the tunnel. And, we went down a few weeks later, and we tried to recreate what we saw. Tried to get the exact point, and we just couldn't recreate what we saw. And it was just like,
no, we couldn't.
It was just one of those things.
And we did go back down to try and debunk it as well.
Mm-hmm. Because to be fair, I thought it might have been something on the wall that we could be seeing, or something that was that kind of there. Because there was
seven people saw it. Like, there were 7 people in our group that saw it. Wasn't Mark?
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone was just like amazed by seeing it, and I mean, for me, I was just like, I was trying to figure it out. What was it? How was it? And for days after, I mean, we spoke about it a few times afterwards, and it was like, can we actually debunk that? And then obviously we managed to go down and do it again. And I got one of the team that would come down with it to basically just stand where I saw it. And I basically went to Kayleigh. I went, "Kayleigh, is that what we saw?" And she went, "Yeah." And it was just like, we had to recreate it by somebody actually standing there, and we couldn't actually figure it out what it was. But it was one really good. Oh yeah, yeah. Even one of the guides was spooked. You're right, Louise. One of the guides
had to be taken out. They were that spooked. So these are the guides that come down and they do the tours every day. We were so spooked that she had to be taken out of the tunnel. And I don't think, because I've been down the tunnel a few times since, and I've not had that activity since. It was just that one time we went down that we had the activity. And I mean, Mark's been down with me as well on a different time. We didn't have that activity then.
No, definitely not. And I mean, we went through that full tunnel both, like, we've done at least twice since that, and each time we've never felt anything. We've never sort of got that experience that we did. Yeah, it was a different atmosphere that night. It was kind of like when we had the keep, and when we talked about the keep a few weeks ago. I've been to the keep several times, and I've never gotten any activity compared to what I did that time. And then it was the same time with the tunnel. I mean, I've been down the tunnels a few times, and that was something I'd never experienced down there. And I can't. It's one of those things that happened on the night. Great personal experiences for all of us, but not one of us at the time decided, "Oh, let's get the camera out and let's video it." And I think
we were just in the moment.
We were just like so stunned and shocked that we were seeing this shadow moving. It was just like, what is it?
Because I remember standing there going, "Do you see that?" And not being sure that I was seeing it, and then every other person in the group was like, "Yeah." And I usually question everything, so I was like, do you see that? Like, do you actually see that? And everyone was like, yeah, we do actually. And even like Louise's friend, who is a skeptic, looked and said, "Yeah, I see that."
It was. I mean, it was a surreal experience. I mean, it was. But I'm just devastated that we didn't think about getting the stuff out, because I had my equipment, you had your equipment, and not one of us decided to, let's videotape it.
I've also, for future events, bought 4 more REM pods and a better static meter. So we've got them, but they're so far laying unused. But I've got them.
I mean, to be fair, I'd love to get back down there again in sometime in the near future, because I know I know Dot said she'd love to go down there, and you know, it'd be good to get down there again, because it was a really, really, really good place to go.
Lou says she still laughs about you chasing it away.
Oh no, but it was surreal, the fact it was so damn close to it. Because I actually thought it was somebody taking them. I thought it was actually somebody had gone up towards the bit of Tanner's, and come down and was like taking the mickey out of her by peeking the head round the corner. But it wasn't. It was just like, it was only 20 foot away. But yeah, I'm not a one to shave away from it. I'll go running after them.
I know, so do I. When we were at the Guy Fawkes, me and Louise were staying there, and if anybody wants to see it, Rob has just put on Dead Air his experience of the Guy Fawkes staying in the same room as we did at the Belfry Suite. He's just put his video of that on, so if you want to go see that on Dead Air's YouTube channel, that's on there. But we stayed at the Guy Fawkes in the Belfry Suite, and there were bangs all night, and Louise was going, there's bangs, and I heard bangs, and I was like, right, I'll go and investigate. So I'm getting up and looking around the room investigating, and to be fair, there was nothing making the bangs, and as soon as I got up, it stopped as well, which was really strange. But yeah, no, I'm that type of person. Go and investigate, see what's going on. I used to always do that when we were younger. Yeah, what the doctor. Yeah, Tony. So, as much as I know that's probably a joke, there was like banging noises. Stop laughing. There was banging noises. It's coming.
I'm gonna dirty right tonight. I'm sorry.
You know what? My cat's just run off. That's your. There were noises, and it was on the stairs, not in the rooms. There wasn't banging noises in the rooms.
I'm getting all hot and flushed now.
I mean, Louise has just posted a comment as well.
Oh.
Right. There was a lot of noises throughout the night that wasn't anything to do with other people in bedrooms. We were in the top floor, right? And the Belfry Suite is the whole top of the hotel. There isn't like a next door.
Oh.
Stop crying.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
He's gone. I'm not kidding you, right? We were the top floor, so there wasn't any like noise disturbance. It was like the actual stairway that would have been causing the noises. And I know like old buildings do creak and they do make noises, so that could have been the reason. I think Rob might have also found, because he has a thermal imaging camera, he might have also found that there's pipes in between somewhere. He's gone. There was pipes in between the floorboards, which weren't behind us. It was in the floorboard. As you would exit the bedroom, that could have been one of the reasons for the banging noises. How does he need another coffee? But yeah, so the only reason that I could give is maybe those pipes that he found on his thermal imaging camera, but I couldn't find a reason. And when I got up, they stopped. I don't think I want to stay there again. Yeah, Louise says it was interesting to hear from the cleaners and staff too about their experiences. The cleaning staff said that they get their hair pulled when they go up, and they go in twos into the room because they don't like to go up in the room because there's things that like actually assault them, which isn't great. But loft space. So I think that is the loft space, like where we were. As far as I'm aware, like the top floor is the loft space. I could be wrong. And it is somewhere, I mean, I don't know whether I'm brave enough, but I'll tell you the reason why I don't think I'm brave enough. It's not just the it's not just the paranormal activity that happened, because to be honest, that place is petrifying. I didn't really enjoy staying the night there. I didn't get much sleep, and it's one of the few places that I've not really got that much sleep. But also Rob, when he went a couple of months ago, or it's maybe last month, when he went, there was a massive spider and he had to kill the spider. And because there was a really, really big spider, I think one of the other, I think because it is like a loft space, there's a lot of spiders, and I'm petrified of spiders. I don't think I could stay again because of the size of the spider that I saw that was dead on a picture that Rob sent. So I'm not necessarily that scared of ghosts, but I seen a dead spider and I don't want to see its brothers and sisters.
What is it about people being so scared of spiders? There's nothing wrong with them.
All right, I'm going to see if I can find... I'm going to see if Rob still has that picture. I'm going to message him and ask him if he still has the picture of the spider. Hello.
I don't even think I saw this. I don't even think I saw this photograph. Oh no, I did. I must admit it was kind of big.
I mean, Suki. Right. Hello. What? But you've just jumped over here.
Just tail whipper.
What are you doing? What are you climbing over? Chill out. Yeah, no, spiders just aren't for me. They're not for me. Oh, no. You know what? Like, there was a spider in my bath earlier and I screamed whilst I was trying to wash it down the bath. Like, so I got a mug of water and I chucked it at it, and obviously it ran, and I'm thinking, obviously it's not actually going to get out of the bath. But I thought, just in case it could climb out of the bath, I don't know whether it could or not. But I was like chucking water at it, trying to get it down the plug hole. It's traumatic experience. And my traumatic experience of the day, guys. Spiders aren't for me. Ghosts, that's fine. Bring the ghosts. Spiders, stay away.
Oh, you'd have loved it. You'd have loved the one crawling across my floor last week.
I definitely get that off me grandma. What are you doing, Suki?
Oh.
Spider, hear that properly. Oh no. No. Do you eat spiders? That's why I've got cats. Cats eat spiders. Do you eat spiders? No, I can't. Dot says a massive one ran across her arm when she was in bed one night. Yeah, so ghosts, fine by me, spiders not. So if we're ever on an investigation and it's somewhere haunted, and there's a spider.
Oh, so this is why you wanted me to do the walk around before we start investigations. You don't want us to check
the EMF one, No. I never used to take the bins out when I was younger, though. My mum didn't. There was a back alley, right? And my mum would always be like, "Oh, can you take the bins out?" And I was like, "No, I can't do it because the spiders make the webs between the alleyway." and I can't walk through it. And then like she'd give us that glare, the glare, and I'd be like, right, I've got to take the bins out, and it would be the most traumatic experience. Not good. I am going to say to everyone, if you want to donate, again, just a little thing, if you just want to donate to the food banks across the UK, follow the link at the top of this live stream. And after the live stream, I will also be posting the link on our page for everyone to share. And if you can share everything, that'll be fantastic. If you can share this link and if you can share it around, it'd be great, just so it gets more publicity. And hopefully throughout lockdown, we can help a lot of people and help people with the food bank scenario throughout the rest of the month and in the run up to Christmas. Is there anything else you want to add, Mark?
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything today. And obviously, we will be trying to keep this up to date once a week with doing these live streams if we can get online.
Should be a Wednesday night.
Yeah, it should be a Wednesday. Obviously with Kayleigh, bless her little cotton socks, working last night in the bar because it was the last night. We thought we'll wait until Thursday to do it.
My cat's making noise. Apologies. But yeah, we wanted to wait until tonight because I wanted to say farewell to my bar and work the last night in my bar, which is really sad, but we'll get it back soon. But yeah, stop.
Well, at least it's Suki this time and not Zelda, because I'm seeing Zelda behind you.
I know it's not you making the background noise, is it? It's not you.
I say it's usually Zelda, but it's not Suki tonight.
I know it's usually her making the background noise and Suki being in the foreground. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to say goodbye for now. And I'm going to put a post up on the page just for everyone to share. If you can go and share it, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Just for food banks in the UK throughout lockdown. So we're going to say goodbye. And Louise says she's going to try and get on next week on Wednesday, which will be at 9 o'clock, not at 7.
Yeah, because Kayleigh's going to work.
I'm still working.
I must say anything more than that because I don't want to get the stare again.
I'm still working. All right. Night, Dan, and night, everyone. And we hope to see you soon and see you next Wednesday.
See you guys.
Bye.